Yo, what up, everybody? It is your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka Lauren33, and we are here with some Marvel news for you guys. Alright, it's been a while since we did a Marvel Studios video, but we got some interesting news to talk about today surrounding Marvel Studios, Captain Marvel 2, and one of, if not the most famous X-Men character, and when he is making his debut to the MCU. So Captain Marvel, you guys know, it came out last year. It was the one out of the three Marvel movies that came out. We had Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, which has become, the highest grossing movie of all time. Spider-Man Far From Home. I think a lot of people would agree that Captain Marvel was probably the most disappointing of the bunch, all right? I got to be honest with you guys. Captain Marvel, when I think Captain Marvel, it's in the lower tier of Marvel movies. I love almost every MCU movie. There's probably maybe 3 or 4 that I don't really enjoy that much. Thor 1 and 2, I did enjoy the first 2 Thor movies. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I didn't enjoy that too much. And Captain Marvel. I don't know if it was Brie Larson, if she's just, I don't know, I kind of a little bit boring as a character, but I'm willing to give her another shot with Captain Marvel 2. We know that Captain Marvel is arguably the strongest Avenger. She's right up there with Thor, Scarlet Witch, etc., etc. But we have some news that Wolverine, aka probably the most famous X-Men character, he will most likely be making his debut in the second Captain Marvel movie. We know that the second Captain Marvel movie won't be coming out for a while, all right? We know there's going to be no Captain Marvel movie in Phase 4, maybe at the end of Phase 5, but still, Phase 5 hasn't been revealed as of yet. Even though we know the calendar of movies coming out in Phase 5, we don't know what movies will be included, but we do know Captain Marvel 2 is in very early production, and it is rumored that we will be getting Wolverine teaming up with Captain Marvel. And right now, the very big name that is rumored to be playing Wolverine is Henry Cavill. I'm going to go through this article really quickly. So fans have been waiting a long time to see Wolverine enter the MCU, and now it seems that it could happen with a surprising actor in mind to play the part. Though we advise taking this with a pinch of salt, it's rumored that the Man of Steel and Justice League star Henry Cavill will portray the X-Men character in Captain Marvel 2. This crazy report comes from the YouTube channel The Quartering, and the timing of this wild rumor is very intriguing. After all, it was just recently announced that the two characters will team up in Captain Marvel edition number 17, which is set to release this April. This is the new Captain Marvel comic being released right now by Marvel. Kevin Feige is now in charge of Marvel Publishing as well. This shocking claim starts to make a bit more sense, especially considering everything else that happened up to this point. If you recall, last August, Cavill was reported to have met with Marvel for a role in the MCU. Then it was later alleged that the studio was eyeing the British actor to become Captain Britain, alright? I'm not really surprised because who wouldn't want to be in the MCU? All right, like we've seen so many big name stars rumored to play characters now that Phase 3 has ended and we're entering into Phase 4. Since they're adding all these X-Men characters and we're seeing new stories and new characters come to life, we're hearing all these big names being reported to being in consideration to play these big Marvel characters. And Henry Cavill, he has a lot going on right now. I think he's starring in some kind of big Netflix series. I forget the name of it. We also saw him in Mission Impossible Fallout. I loved Henry Cavill in that movie. Henry Cavill, I didn't mind his Superman character, but I'm not a big fan of the DC universe. Other than Joker and Wonder Woman, I don't really like the other DC movies. I did like Man of Steel, but I hated Batman v Superman. And I don't mind Henry Cavill. I feel like there's still stuff that he needs to do in the DC universe, but we don't know what the future of that character is. It's been heavily rumored that he's gonna be replaced. They might reboot the Superman character. We don't know. The DC universe is a mess right now. It seems like DC's more focused on just doing standalone movies than building up their extended universe. Luckily, Marvel does not have that problem. All right. Uh, but yeah, and also there's been a lot of rumors about the Wolverine character. We don't know. We don't know who we want to be Wolverine in the MCU. Hugh Jackman. He played the Wolverine character for over a decade and a half. But still, man, it's Hugh Jackman. The chances that he comes back to play Wolverine are pretty low, and maybe Marvel just wants to start fresh with the character, And it kind of makes sense since Wolverine and Captain Marvel are teaming up in the new Captain Marvel comic that Marvel is releasing in April. So it kind of makes sense in a way, you know. And the rest of the article states this outrageous move may indicate Marvel's lack of confidence in Captain Marvel as well. Even though Captain Marvel did cross the $1 billion mark, I feel like that was more because it's Marvel Studios. That was the first movie of 2019, and it came out legit 2.5 months before Endgame came out. Everyone wanted to see how Captain Marvel is going to be used in Endgame. What secrets from Captain Marvel could we get that would lead us or help us understand what was going to happen in Avengers Endgame? So I feel like that was part of it. It's Marvel Studios, all right? If a Marvel Studios doesn't hit over $1 billion, and that's a disappointment for the franchise because you know how much money they put into these films and they expect them to have success. But the article goes on to say, similar to Iron Man and Spider-Man Homecoming and Hulk and Thor Ragnarok, the studio has found success with adding big-name characters to solo endeavors to ensure their profitability. But to jump right to Wolverine over an established hero could mean that they're concerned about the sequel. Or it could just mean that, like the upcoming comic book storyline, that Wolverine's arrival fits into the movie's narrative. That's interesting. We don't... If Wolverine is actually going to be in Captain Marvel 2, we don't know the exact reason why they're doing this. Captain Marvel, she is an established character, but, people are split on her. There's a lot of people that like her. There's a lot of people that don't really care for her. There are a lot of people that don't like her at all. There's a lot of people that, criticize Captain Marvel because they felt like Brie Larson just didn't have much of a personality. She didn't bring a personality to the character. And one thing that we love about these MCU characters is their personalities. Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Thor, Black Widow. They have, out of this world personalities that make them way more enjoyable. And we don't look at them as just heroes. We look at them as these real life people. You know what I mean? And I can agree. I wish Brie Larson had a little bit more of a character. I noticed this also in Avengers Endgame, And definitely, the question could be asked, why don't they just use a character that's already in the MCU to, fight alongside Captain Marvel? We know that Captain Marvel is most likely going to be taking place in space. It's not going to be taking place on Earth. So, maybe they could get one of the Guardians of the Galaxy characters. I don't know. I'm just thinking using another established character. We won't know because Captain Marvel is not going to be coming out, for a couple years. About, I think, like 2-3 years. So there's still a lot of time before this movie comes out. And if they use Wolverine, it'll be interesting because Wolverine's one of the characters we all want to see in the MCU, but we also want to see it done right. All right, it's going to be interesting to see how Kevin Feige and his team approach bringing a character as popular as Wolverine into the MCU, especially in Captain Marvel 2. You know what I mean? We're probably to see more of this. We have Thor, what is it? Love and War? Is that what it's called? I forget. Thor 4. We know that we're going to be getting, Jane Foster and Valkyrie. There's going to be multiple heroes in that movie. We know that we're getting, Scarlet Witch. She has her Disney Plus series, Scarlet Witch and Vision series, but she's going to be appearing in Doctor Stone 2. Doctor Strange 2, Into the Multiverse. Or whatever that movie's called. My brain's all over the place right now. But still, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Captain Marvel. And I'll keep you guys updated. And hopefully you guys enjoy. All right? Either way, it's going to be interesting to see. We still have a long ways till this movie comes out. And, if we get some confirmation on this, I'll make sure to let you guys know. In other Marvel news, there's not much happening. There's just a lot of rumors out there. We are in March. We're entering into March, so definitely it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Black Widow, because we're less than 2 months away from Black Widow finally coming out, and I'm so excited to see that since it comes out the weekend of my birthday. We should be getting the second trailer for that, which will finally get more details on the story, where this takes place, and what's going on in this movie. I'm excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. Other than that, guys, this is all I got for you guys today. Make sure to subscribe to Monica's channel. Also, subscribe to my channel, Fitzbook TV. The link is in the description down below. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, guys. Peace.